Right, we're back again.
Yes, it was back.
This time we're not going to save.
Saving? Why would we do that?
Who needs saving? Take a pick, I guess.
I don't really have much but shows at this point. I can't really afford much else.
Okay, let's see. Can I afford some of the special forces now?
No.
Nope.
It's 1,800 for each of them.
Yeah, either way. It's always good to have
You
that.
could have saved up.
I'll have to be prepared. And plus, I have a feeling that my Gito might be able to help out. Those bastards.
You may have better guns, but I have more people to absorb the fire.
You have more
Garrison's really
cannon
not
fodder.
that. See, I thought Garrison would be a significant bonus. It really only gives you actually like 20 guys.
Yeah, and that's only once it drops to like 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might not even use it.
No.
Still always found it interesting. Like in the actual movies, this particular planet only has about, I don't know, a minute of screen time.
No,
if
not
that.
even. It's more like 10 seconds.
You know, all you just see is Kiari Mundi turn around and, oh, I'm dead. Same thing with Felucia, I believe, the one with all the planets and everything.
Yep. They use each of those movie clips in game, too. And it's like they cut off just before the Order 66 part goes off. They just removed the music, so it doesn't seem like a sad scene. It's just like a normal.
Exactly. It's just like, see.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
How did we already lose base 2?
Wow.
What the hell? Okay, John, I'm convinced you're hacking at this point. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Hacks.
Exactly.
What am I going to hack with? You would have seen me put in the code if that was the case.
I know. I'm just going to maintain my stance that even though I love this game, it's still bullshit sometimes.
I'll agree.
I'm not going to claim I was going to win otherwise, but, you know.
We'll see.
That should not have happened.
One of the features I probably missed the most going from the first to the second game is the ability to order around the troops. I mean, only recently I figured out it's still in the game, but very limited.
You can't, it's one button does everything.
Yeah.
It's context sensitive.
In the original game, you got like all 4 of the arrow buttons. It's just like get in, get out, follow me, or stay here. It was always nice to just kind of be like, okay, the ship's going down, everybody out. This is where the blood would be pouring the most.
That was dark.
Well,
Needlessly so.
well, maybe not blood because, well, nobody really bleeds when they get shot by arrows, but...
Arrows?
Lasers? Why did I say
What
arrows?
game are you playing?
It's Dragon Quest. Something with medieval warfare. Sometimes there's just that one command post where everybody just centers and kills each other.
Yeah,
This
well,
is that command post.
this is the only command post you need before you move on to to number 1.
Forget how powerful this precision pistol is. It's strong enough to kill
Bye.
you, but...
Well, you weren't aiming at me.
Yeah.
I was trying to kill you for a while. Would I sound like a whiner if I said tanks were overpowered?
I'm not sure.
Yes, John, I would! That's the point!
Alright. I'm gonna go for a rather bold move. skip this command post and go to the further one.
I'm sure it'll work just fine. Hey man, if you take away my ability to respawn, then I'm doomed. I have come back from that though. I lost every command post and I had to recapture them with only like myself and 2 other units that spawned in. Although that was against only bots, I don't think I'd be able to pull that off here.
We'll see. It's always interesting when you're throwing the human element. Then again, I don't think the bots here are necessarily the smartest. So I remember just for fun, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna see what happens when I don't spawn in. And the other team won by a substantial margin.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just like, I had no idea I made that much of a difference.
Aha, now we're not even close.
Oh no! This one has a vendetta against me.
Imagine that.
Perhaps you might be able to make a comeback.
It doesn't seem like that.
Might. Besides, I'm trying to be positive. Well,
why are you being positive on my... Yeah, I was going to say, why are you trying to be positive on my behalf?
I don't know.
John, you should know by now, I'm pretty hardcore pessimist.
Yeah, good point.
Especially in a scenario where we literally outnumber me 3-1.
Ouch.
What the heck is it looking at? Oh, there we go. I was looking at your screen so I could stare at the camera and say, "Hey, everybody!"
It's Joker.
Not what I was going for, but, you know.
Nobody's gonna know what that is anymore.
That's
not
gone.
like we can reference
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's not even on YouTube anymore, is it?
Nope.
Unless somebody uploaded it, but I haven't found it.
Unless somebody has an archive of it somewhere.
Eh. They don't exist.
Yeah. Just kind of raising the
So as it
fist up.
turns out, being attacked from multiple directions is usually not a good situation to be in.
When is that ever a good situation?
You know what? I yield! I didn't even have the chance to die.
Just went for a Hannibal death there.
Hannibal?
Yeah, Hannibal Barca. Basically, he was losing the war against the Romans, so basically he said, "You're not going to have the satisfaction of killing me," so he just killed himself.
Okay.
One of those little history facts of the, I would say of the day, but this is a weekly show. Sometimes.
I was gonna say weekly? Yeah, I don't think our schedule is really that consistent.
Not really. I try to upload every Monday.
Yes, let's not save any of this. None of this ever happened.
Yes.
Right before the final battle, I intend to hit reset. Okay.
Oh no.
So I can lose all over again. Woo!
I don't think we've done Felucia yet.
We haven't. That's why I'm attacking here instead of Kashyyyk.
Alright. Same scenario as last time, just on the
Same
different
bat
foot.
time, same bat channel.
Well, just the idea we were discussing earlier, how these have very little screen time, so they pretty much had to invent the entire map.
Oh yeah. Based off of, you know, like, at most 10 seconds of visual design.
Yep.
That's kind of how the whole war, wasn't it? The CIS had more supplies, but the Republic had better technology. And
Yeah, I guess that's about right.
troops in general, because a clone trooper is typically a good match for a few battles. A few battle droids, I mean.
Probably the interesting thing to think about is, whatever happened, it's not like either side was really concerned about losing troops, because they could theoretically always make more.
Well, clones took 10 years to breed.
Yeah, that took a while.
In fact, in canon, towards the end of the war, they were experimenting with mass-produced clones in a shorter span of time.
So they probably ended up with a lot of defects.
They did. A lot of them just did not come out right. A lot of them like went insane after only a few years, and They were very weak, very prone to disease.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, there's a mass influx of troops at the end of the war because, first of all, they were no longer fighting, and second of all, they had all these guys to fill out the ranks while they were, expanding the Imperial Army.
That's kind of the thing I'm wondering is, canonically speaking, is that the real reason why they just started recruiting Imperial troops instead of manufacturing more clones?
Basically.
I keep going through the clippings.
Now, I'm sure they could have, just recruited the Grand Army of the Republic initially, but the thing is, no such thing had ever existed prior to that. So they sort of had to have it already exist for them to really support it. Hence, they had to clone everybody first of all.
That makes sense.
And that's why clones weren't really used after that, because they were no longer needed. Instead of training a relatively small army of real experienced guys, you just pulled them from all over that had quantity over quality.
Just kind of riding around on your the great-grandfather of the AT-ATs.
That'd be an ATST.
ATST, yeah, I get it. Stuff.
What are those called? I think that's an AT-RT you're on.
Something like that.
Which isn't your vehicle, John. Get off!
It's mine now!
How can I not snipe you? Dude, it's an open cockpit design. There. Jeez.
That's what I get for getting out.
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
I can't get in this thing because it's in the freaking radius of the
plants.
No, it's in the radius of the command post, so it keeps telling me to switch character. That's very annoying.
I guess I never really thought about that.
Come at me, bro! I dropped a jetpack in front of a guy, ran backwards, and he stepped on it. I was very satisfied, because I usually don't bother with it, unless I'm using a vehicle.
And I do know there's a well-known feature of the first game that, say, if you just start sniping, there'll just kind of be one person that'll give you supplies every so often.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if this
it happens in this game. Absolutely it does.
Maybe it just seemed more obvious in the first
I remember once I was like, well, crap, I need to get ammo soon. And then I was still zoomed in, and I just heard, here, supplies! I'm like, oh, sweet. I mean, I didn't necessarily need them because I was kind of close to an ammunition droid, but I'm like, that's an awesome feature game, thank you.
It's just like, hey, you're doing a good job, why don't you keep doing it?
I think that... You meet again. I think every once in a while, if you're doing well as the clones, they'll be like, we need more troopers like you!
One of my personal favorites is if you're doing really good as the Rebellion, the guys are just like, yeah, can I borrow some of your metachlorians? Which is probably a deep salt in the wound for the people that don't like to believe in them, but I still think that's an interesting idea.
I think even in canon, it's not super well understood how that works. So I don't think midichlorians grant you the power of the Force. I think it's more people who have...
More of them...
No, people who have Force ability happen to have midichlorians for a somewhat unrelated reason. And it's just an indicator rather than a specific reason.
Yeah, they definitely could have done that a little better.
Like, when they established that in the first movie, they essentially just needed a way to say, hey, Anakin is really, really powerful and he has endless potential as a Jedi now. Unfortunately, they did that in kind of a stupid way.
Yeah.
What they should have done is had him get back to the temple and they would have trained him in, like...
And then have him be like, whoa, this student is advanced faster than any other I've done before.
That, and then, like, he takes some sort of test that most people fail in the first several hundred attempts and he gets it right away. It's like, how the hell did you do that, kid?
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Something like that. They could have written in any number of things, but... Yeah. Even with my advanced blasters, you still haven't had to use your garrison. What is it you're doing differently, John? I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to go after the command posts.
That's what I'm doing, but
No.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I I guess this is just my day.
I guess so.
That's all I can think. I mean, we're both very good players at this game. We're both evenly.
I'm not sure that's true anymore.
I don't know. You're creaming in the first half of this, or the first.
I feel like they're sort of neck and neck in the first episode.
Yeah.
But this is the last one. It's like, holy crap. So what was that you were saying about eating babies gives you strength?
It all depends on how you cook them, mostly.
Okay, I couldn't really make it out because you saw a lot of blood enough at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm a very sloppy eater.
Yeah.
I missed.
Have you considered dying?
I already did.
Okay.
You sound like Ozzy there. So sad, slow as they die.
Take my advice at any price. A bolt to the neck is very nice.
I don't think I've heard that one before.
That's reference to McGonagall. Which I haven't actually watched. I just really like the theme song for some reason.
It's alright.
You know, it's fun to fight these slug droids if they're real close to you. They can just run around in a small circle and they can't actually catch up to you.
Yeah, and what's really fun is you see the two guns like cross each other, but they can't actually hit you.
Uh-huh. It's too short ranged. It's very fun.
It's just like, haha, I'm invincible. And probably one of the more popular metaphors they always go for. It's like having a wolf by the ear. Which that honestly doesn't make any sense because it can still bite you.
Yeah, I would say wolves don't really have a ranged attack. They have high speed to make up for it. But... There's actually a YouTube channel called Tiozu, which I recommend. It's basically a guy who looks at evolution, development of creatures on Earth and stuff, and he ranks them as if they're all different builds of a video game. With humans being a special tier because they have extremely high intelligence.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if a species is considered endangered, it's because they're getting bodied in meta, according to him.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but
It's just
sounds
like
scientific.
it's like, you know, it's not scientific. It's basically just like gamer talk. You know, I'll be honest, John. I kind of expected you to do me in at this point.
It's one of the reasons I want to buy the Magna Guard. But I feel like buying either the Magna Guard or the Droidicas at this point are just kind of like buying a fancy sports car. It's just to show off because I feel like they don't really have that.
I think. Did you spawn at base 1? We just switched sides.
Yes.
Oh no! No, I can't respawn.
Not that it's gonna matter.
Come at me, says I. Oh!
No!
Oh my god.
How is the other guy not dead yet?
I don't know. Well, I don't think there always is another guy. Sometimes it's just the player. I have no idea what determines that. It might just be luck.
Hard to say.
Where are you
Whoops.
going? Oh yeah.
I was trying to sneak around behind you.
Actually, yeah, I know. The map is kind of dumb in that way.
That's it.
Oh god! No, no!
Take him down, boys. Take him down.
Okay, I don't think I can fight the tank, I'll be honest.
How is it this close?
I don't know. I don't know. Yes!
If you win this because I can't kill you, I'll be amazed. That's all I can say.
I just teleported again.
This has never happened before. You will die!
Yes! Oh my god! 56 kills, John! 56 kills!
I'm sorry, you broke my face. Okay, I'm happy we recorded that because no one will ever believe that.
This is going to be on the internet. Oh my god. Well, that was officially the toughest round I think I've ever had in this game.
We both only had one guy, and you killed him.
I think I was like, from what, 16 down?
Yeah, it was like 16 to 1, and I'm just like, okay, I can do this.
And I'm just like, well, I'm gonna give him the fight of his life. We're saving this. We have to save this.
Sure.
Oh my god, that was a rush.
There is no victory. Only Zool.
Yeah, really, still, that shouldn't have counted as victory, because you were still alive, and the guy in the tank was still alive.
Yep.
So, I guess the one clone trooper's like, hey guys, get out of here, and they're like, okay.
So, push the X button.
Oh man. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna win the war after that, but god damn.
That was like the Battle of New Orleans right there.
What war is that?
Still got another War of 1812.
I'll be honest.
That's the only thing they ever talk about with the War of 1812 is the White House burned to the ground and the Battle of New Orleans.
I don't know about the Battle of New Orleans.
Basically, General Andrew Jackson destroyed the British battalion there. You know what? After last time, I'm not taking any chances. I'm getting the garrison.
This is probably actually my favorite map in this game.
I still kind of have a little PTSD from Nightfall. I feel like that was I would say that was the hardest mission in the game, but maybe that was just the first hard mission in the game.
It is hard the first time because it's really difficult to kill Jedi, but you kind of learn how to.
Rocket launchers.
I would actually recommend the Jet Trooper's grenade launcher. It's very good.
Definitely.
Aim at the floor at their feet, and you'll usually get them.
Which is kind of funny because it's an EMP blaster. You'd think that wouldn't do much to a person.
Yeah, it's because the Force abilities don't really exist in this game except for Force Push and the Saber Throw. And of course the Dark Side things. But it's like, they can't in lore they could have probably blocked a projectile with the Force and thrown it back at you or something. But they can't effectively do that in the game, which is lucky because you're never going to get going.
Okay, that was a pretty hard command post to capture. Just for fun, I'm gonna see if I can hit you from there.
I doubt it. Where did you come from?
Nope.
Okay, I swear, I suddenly had guys spawning in after I... It is not important. How did you already pull so far ahead?
There was just this one command post I was trying to capture, and there must have been at least 20 guys I had to kill in order to keep it.
Well, I recognize that feeling.
It's over. I have the high ground.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah, I think this is the highest ground of this level, to be honest. Well, other than the library,
yeah,
of course.
I mean, you can't really see shit from there, but... Yeah. It is, in fact, the highest point in the map, I believe.
I do kind of like how some people got really nerdy into that whole I have the high ground thing. They're just like, the high ground. Did it really make a difference? Well, maybe a little bit. I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
A lot of people have done diagram stuff. It's like, what if Anakin just jumped to the side, landed on the beach next to Obi-Wan, and then did some sort of dash attack to continue the duel?
Then he just...
Because, yeah, trying to jump over Obi-Wan was kind of a weird finish to that.
Maybe it was just kind of meant to be like, well, as he was saying, don't underestimate my power. He was probably just showing off. It's just like, see, I can kill you just by doing this. No!
Yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to kill him with arrogance.
And because of that trilogy of movies, Hayden Christensen will probably never work in Hollywood again.
He's gotten work before and after that film.
Oh, Yes.
I think.
Well, I know he's done work before. That
Not necessarily anything significant, but you know, he's still acting, I think. I'll be honest, I can't really name anything else he's been in. Aside from Star Wars Episode 2 and 3.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either. I'm not that much of a movie buff.
I'm glad we got that on film, too!
Poof.
Granted, it's not that unique, but it's sure fun to watch.
It happens.
Okay, as soon as this war's over, we have to do a few rounds where we're on the same team.
Sure, that'd be pretty epic. I didn't know there was a turret in this hallway.
Haha, now I have to turn! Aw.
It's easy for me to kill people.
Yeah,
with
I couldn't even see you.
That's what's really fun about Camino. If you have a sniper rifle, you just basically just stay in front of one turret. You can just get like.
Camino's basically built for snipers.
Yep.
You know what's really fun on this map?
What?
First of all, you set it so the hero can be unlocked instantly. Then you play as the droids.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So then you unlock Darth Maul, and you set the unit count as high as it possibly can go, and you
Then
just play
it's
as Darth
just a
Maul,
big
just
grinder.
massacring them. Just slicing through hundreds of clones. Because I think the unit count can go up to a maximum of 750. Yeah.
Wow. That's what I've always done with, I think it was Jabba's Palace. You basically play as the CIS, capture a few command posts, and then once you get Darth Maul, it's just, you're playing as a meat grinder.
Yeah. Playing as Darth Maul in general is just very fun.
Oh, definitely. Not a very well-used character in the Star Wars universe, but still an interesting one.
And they brought him back in Rebels. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It happened again!
Oh, we both blew each other up.
Yup. Oh, that's hilarious.
Just hearing nothing but the enraged sound of damage plus. I remember the first time I saw that, I'm just like, okay, what's wrong with me? Why do I have red lightning everywhere? Ow. I think at this point it's just become who can grind the most meat.
Well, I mean, in this case, I'm just junking stuff. Come back!
No.
I want to shoot you!
What do you mean by that? We're winning.
Ours to lose is a weird expression. This is probably the first time I've heard of it in this game. I
just like saw through your head.
It's very creepy.
It's very creepy.
You do that better than I do.
Thank you.
Just like everything else in this game.
Oh, come on, you were kicking it the first few battles.
Yeah, well.
I think I'm just gonna do some old-fashioned sniping.
What it probably is you have a lot more patience to actually capture the command post. I just sort of go around killing everything. Which, if you're fighting bots, they don't intelligently capture stuff as easily. So it's kind of fine if you just go straight offensive.
But when you're playing against a different person with their mentality.
Yeah, if you're ignoring the territorial part of this, then it just doesn't work.
Like I said, for a while I always played it as see how many people you can kill, but then I played it a few times where you try to go for command posts. It's just like, wow, I won with more than 15 people.
This has not happened at all often, but I have had cases where we had far fewer troops, but I managed to get lucky and capture all the command posts.
So you just somehow won.
So it like would have been this. It would have been like 2 to 34, and I won by, you know, that having happened.
It's kind of the nice thing is how it's pretty variable like that.
So I really like that when you press circle to sync to your knees, you actually adopt like a kneeling position.
In the first game, they took it a little bit further. You could actually lay yourself on the ground, which was really nice for sniping.
Mm-hmm. Reduces your profile on the battlefield.
You're gonna try to do it again, aren't you?
If I can.
After the events of the last battle, I think it could happen.
Realistically, if the Republic were to lose Coruscant, the war would basically be over.
Yeah, that's basically the capital.
How many turns are we on, by the way? We must be getting close to the end.
Yeah, probably close.
Aww.
I just see the grenade right there above the T. Almost have it.
Wait, go back to the kill count?
Sure.
60, 60, 40. Oh, yeah. You
45.
outclassed me in that one.
Thank you.
In a big way.
And after all these years later, I still have no idea what the Bantha Photo War is supposed to be.
I think that means whoever just died most. I think. I don't know.
Because the only other time in the movies they ever mention it is Jabba's just like, you used to be a great smuggler, but now you're nothing but a Bantha Photo. Whatever that's supposed to be.
Is there a way to... This isn't... I don't know. Is there a way to check to see how many things we have?
I kind of thought there was, but I guess not. What happens if you push the start button?
Probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It's just the player options.
Hey, wanna watch the credits?
Sure! Not again! Well, I guess you got some tanks. I don't know why, I thought that was your bonus.
I didn't buy a bonus for this battle.
Tips and tricks. The glowing portion of the lightsaber shows how much time the player has.
It's like the end of this war, the Republic is just staged on Felucia and that's it. It's like, why don't you just go finish them off on Felucia? We don't want to.
Have you seen Felucia? I'll always kind of remember how the clones described it. It's just like, thank goodness Ayla Secura came out and saved us from the hellholes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not until they really show those giant things. I don't know what they're called.
Accolades.
Yeah, that's when I realized how hostile Felucia is. Of course, supposedly it was also a breeding ground for several horrible diseases as well. But how are you going to show that in the battle game?
Mm-hmm. Although I don't think it's a particularly good game, the Force Unleashed had a Felucia level, and it was pretty cool. A lot of good stuff happened. I will say it repeated the boss fight against the Rancor very often, to the point where it got pretty annoying. But this music doesn't really feel appropriate for what we're doing.
Nah, this sounds more like something they'd be playing at the awards ceremony.
I think in the movies that track was used basically just to show a ship taking off.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Not in a moment, stress on it's just, here they go on the next mission.
I know you were here.
Yes! Always watching, Wazowski. Always watching.
Always watching, Wazowski. Always watching.
Does Roz have a hoodie or something?
That's just how she sounded to me.
Mm.
In fact, I think she actually was voiced by a man.
Probably. If we're being honest here.
And also, I think Edna Mode from The Incredibles was actually Brad Bird himself.
Yes, he was. He was, you know.
Yeah.
In the sequel as well. Because why would they change that?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he's already directed it. Why destroy that little detail? Yeah, now this sounds more like battle music.
Yeah.
At least it's better than sometimes it just glitches and all you just hear is...
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a bad rendition of Psycho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game definitely has glitches. Like when you randomly teleport, which has already happened to me several times today. I thought it was a fairly rare glitch, but no, not in this scenario.
Eh, could be my copy. I'm just happy the game still plays.
Yeah.
It's a thing to think about.
For a long time,
discs.
I thought my disc was just destroyed from overuse, but it turns out it was actually my PS2 that was the problem. And when we switched to our other PS2, it started working again. That was like one of the happiest moments of my childhood. Aside from, actually getting the game the first time around.
Kind of makes me think of when I finally got my NES to work again. All I had was one game, which was covered in about an inch of mold. Super Mario Bros. 3. I would say it still works to this day, but I got rid of that copy and got one with a little bit better of a label on it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it still works. I left it in perfectly working order. Well, sold it. Well, I think you've pushed me back.
I would say this has been the turning point of the war, but let's be honest, it's not. I don't have enough time for that to turn around.
Yeah, I mean, if we were doing the whole thing rather than, say, 15 turns, maybe, but that would take forever.
It would take forever. Hey, I've got a better idea. How about we don't? Potato Head!
My better idea would just be like, hey, let's just play Risk if we want to see who can dominate the entire world.
Ugh.
Honestly, it probably would be shorter.
Maybe.
But
But
it
yeah,
would be fun.
I will never play Risk again.
I don't know.
It's just too boring of a game for me.
Alright.
I mean, I'm not great at strategy games anyway, and I'll fully admit that. But
Yeah, I'm not too good either.
I don't think it's a very good strategy game, anyways.
There's not really much to it.
It's kind of like with Monopoly. It's like it's popular, but no one really likes it.
Yeah,
I mean, people do like Risk. I just don't know why.
It's probably one of the biggest problems I have with Monopoly because it's so popular and so well known. Everyone's afraid of it. I try to convince people. See, I can play a game in under 2 hours. All you just have to do is get rid of the whole easy money thing. I mean, easy money. That's a completely different game. The free parking thing. The less money you have in the game, the faster it goes. Trust me. I played a game with 4 people, only lasted 3 hours. That was the only game I ever won in my life.
How did that happen when I was standing right next to it?
Yep, you definitely won this battle.
Don't say that, man. After the recovery I pulled. Okay, granted, that was not nearly as extreme, but still.
Godlike. It's the only way to describe it.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. But thank you.
More than I was expecting.
I'm coming for you. Oh, boy.
So am I.
I'm not equipped to deal with this! Nope, 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 nope.
Does Bob Dole need this?
Help! 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 Help!
Yeah. This is taking too long.
You fool! Oh. That was so stupid.
It worked.
Eventually.
I mean, I'm still going to lose, but I killed you.
See, my biggest problem there was I suddenly decided I was bulletproof.
Yeah, that's where I kind of think about the whole Anakin thing. It's just like he thought he was invincible, so he just decided to jump over
Hi.
everyone. It's my staff.
So what if it is?
I like
How
the
many
staff.
times have you used my vehicles in this?
That's a good point.
Why would you switch? Why would you switch?
It's far more accurate.
I guess, but still just a bad choice, man.
Well, this is why I switched to the rocket launcher. What? Oh! I swear, this weird stuff only happens when we're filming it.
Well, okay, better than the alternative.
Oh, definitely.
It only happens when no one's watching. That was pretty cool.
I mean, I knew it was weak, but I didn't know it was that weak.
Weak, bro.
French toast? More like effing weak.
What?
It was a great series of Djibouti dubs where it was for red copper cookware. And the latest one they had, basically they go for...
How did you capture base 7?
I had nothing to do with it. I couldn't even get past base 1.
I know, I didn't think you had. You destroyed your own tank! John, you destroyed your own tank! What were you thinking?
Well, I saw the trooper over there. I missed.
Well, that was an odd strategy, but it worked on my part, I guess.
There was no winning that either way.
Well, I don't know, man. You held up for a good while.
Yep. Okay, and with that, we're going to take a little break.